I'm gonna do one side of my face so that you can really see the difference. Look at that. Do you see how this is like lifted tighter? This side is still swollen. Like I can visibly see it. It's a small difference, but especially on the cheekbone. Good morning. I am so tired. I have been on the glorious sleep cycle of going to bed at 3:30 in the morning and waking up at 8. I had so much work to do before this trip that I'm taking. But it finally caught up with me and I slept through my 8 a.m. alarms because I got 4 hours of sleep and it slept in until like 10:30. The puffiness and swelling, so much better. Link down below. I just filmed my setting up my budget journal video, or how I budget, I don't know what I'm titling it yet, video yesterday, where I basically show you how I structure my 2023 budgeting journal. So check that out if you haven't already. It should have gone up right before this video. But in that video, I mentioned how I think it would be really fun to do a exposed video, basically, where I expose how much money I spent last year, because I track it every single month, so I can easily just add up the big total, and I've never done that before. Obviously with like taxes, we all know how much we make per year, but how much are we spending? Or how much am I spending? So I thought it'd be really fun today to sit down and basically just expose myself. I'm nervous, but I really want to do this. I think it would be so interesting just to see, and then it would help me be more aware of my spending. Obviously, I'm not like a big frivolous spender. There are times where I splurge, or especially if I'm in like a shopping mood. Like I'm comfortable, but I'm not materialistic in the sense where I need a lot of things. I'm curious what this number will be, and I was going to film that this morning before noon. It's noon right now. Frick. Like I mentioned, I have been going to bed at 3:30 in the morning and then waking up at 8-ish, manically just getting work done. My lack of sleep finally caught up with me today, and I slept through everything and woke up at like 10:30. So I quickly got ready, and my plans to film this video and another video before noon out the window. But I have to leave in like 5 minutes to get my eyelashes filled before a trip. I'm leaving for New York in 2 days, and I'm very excited. We'll definitely be seeing not only travel vlogs, but if all goes well, the best crystal shops in Brooklyn. I'm really excited. So basically, I want to sit down and talk about how much money I spent this year, but I have to go to that appointment, and then we are stopping at my P.O. box as well. But when I come back, with the 20 minutes of daylight that I'm sure we'll have left by then, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna chat numbers. But welcome to today's video. Let's get the vlog started. I just got back from my eyelash fill, so the lashes are full and ready for New York, but I wanted to get this filmed before I lose daylight. It is 3 p.m. now that I'm home. I decided not to go to the P.O. box quite yet because I was losing daylight and wanted to film, so I'm gonna go there tomorrow. I don't think I have a lot there anyway, so we'll just do a bigger P.O. unboxing in the near future. I wanted to sit down and add up how much money I spent last year, mostly just for transparency, a bit for curiosity, and then also for awareness for myself, to be aware of like, oh shit girl, like that's a lot of money, be more cautious. This goes without saying, I am very transparent with finances, income, money, and revenue streams on this channel. I try to tell you information for educational purposes, and by no means is this me bragging. I mean, it's embarrassing probably to admit how much I'm about to expose for spending this last year, and I don't want it to seem like I'm saying it for the wrong reasons. I just know that if another YouTuber was making this video, I would be very curious to watch and just want to know kind of like the spending habits of a mid-20s girl living in Minnesota. So most of the breakdown is definitely going to come from bills. I talk about this in my budgeting video that I just posted, so please be sure to watch that. But I need to spend at least $4,000 to $5,000 a month just to pay my bills, mortgage, insurances, loans, car insurance, car loan, gas, groceries. Like, it sounds like a high number, but we break it down in that video and you can really see that with health insurance, dental, car insurance, home, security, HOA, mortgage, electric, gas, water, Wi-Fi, it adds up really, really fast. So a big portion of this breakdown will probably just reflect that. I did travel a bit this year, so another big portion will reflect travel. I went to Arizona twice, Florida, Michigan, San Diego, and some places in the northern and southern Minnesota areas. So that's about 7 trips in 2022. So I think that will impact my spending the most. Other than that, I was just trying to pay off my mortgage as fast as I can and get by. If you've watched my videos on how I like to track my spending, you know that I write down how much money I earned and then subtract how much money I spent that month to get the total of how much money actually stayed in my bank account. And most of the numbers this year were unfortunately negative, meaning that I spent more than I earned each month. And that is because I purchased this house near the end of 2021. I renovated the house. I had a lot of home projects, and when you buy a house, money just disappears. Like, it goes into so many different aspects. I furnished it. I'm so grateful to be able to do all of that. But most of my money went to that. So then I spent most of 2022 paying off credit debt of how I bought large pieces of furniture and whatnot. Not much else to say. I've got all the numbers right here. So we are just going to add up how much I spent each month to get this grand total. Oh God, we're not starting off strong. So January 2022, I spent $7,748.94. I know this is all accurate, by the way, because of how I track my spending and break everything down in here. Like, I'm very organized with it. I don't want a single subscription or a charge or purchase to go without me knowing. So if you're skeptical, I promise these numbers are accurate. In February, I spent $5,406.54. It sounds so high, but I promise nothing was too frivolous. It was all just like paying off credit debt, bills, and then travel. Like, that's it. March, $5,662.20. April, $5,316.17. May, $4,924.27. June, oh God, $7,748.56. Wow, that is almost identical to how much I spent in January. With the bills, the numbers must have been pretty consistent. Okay, July, $7,486 and oh my God, that is only $2 different than June. I know that's all bills too, so I must have just put the exact same amount into my mortgage and toward my credit debt. So I usually pay the same amount to my credit cards each month. August, $6,633.90. September, $5,295.85. October, $4,577.63. November, $4,669.94. And December, coming in at the lowest. Wow, I'm proud of myself. I really was super careful in December and only spent the bare minimum on bills and everything. Cause like I've been saying, YouTube is just not cutting it these days. $4,000, $245.99. And that is just bare minimum to pay bills. Because if you remember, I need at least $4,000 to pay my bills. December, I needed $4,200 basically to pay my bills. So I'm about to hit equal, and this is how much money I spent the whole year. Okay, not bad. It's a lot up front, but we just broke it down per month, so I know it wasn't all at once. 2022, I spent $69,716.47. That is a lot of money, but I know that it wasn't frivolous. I bet the biggest portion that could have been adjusted was eating out while traveling. because travel is pricey. Like I did go on a lot of trips this year, and I wonder if we just broke down how much I need to like get by, pay my mortgage bills and like gas money and groceries, it would probably be under 50K. But you know, that's really not that bad. I'm pretty proud of myself. I know for a fact that I spent a lot more in 2020 and 2021. So hopefully in 2023, I spend less than this, because the goal is to save and invest and not spend obviously a lot of money. I've never really been one to be that frivolous with money. It's kind of helpful just to see that number and really break it down and understand kind of like how much it costs to like live a fairly comfortable life. So now I'm curious. Yeah, I'd love to kind of hear how this compares, but I feel like it's probably around the same unless you also made a big purchase this year or bought a house, who knows? But that is how much money I spent in 2022. Crazy number, but I was very cautious, and I know that I spent well over 6 figures the last 2 years with purchasing a home and renovating a house. So this is the first year where I'm kind of getting back to my roots and starting to be able to save my money, invest, pay off some credit debt, and not make a big investment, basically. I mean, I could talk finances for hours, so definitely let me know if you want to see more videos on this subject, or if you are curious about how much I spent in 2020 or 2021. I guess I could make a video on that. I do have a video on how much I spent in total purchasing and renovating this house. It honestly kind of flopped, and I was expecting it to do well because those are the videos that I watch and really like. But if you want to check out that video, I talk a lot more about the financial breakdown of purchasing my first home, as well as how much I spent to renovate the kitchen, redo the floors, pay someone to paint, like everything is broken down. So you might find that very helpful. I'm going to link that above and down below. But if you think about it, I do need about $4,000 to $5,000 a month just to pay bills. So I guess one more portion of this breakdown that I do want to figure out is, let's say I'm spending $5,000 a month on bills and my mortgage, because that's about the average, times that by 12. Okay, that made me feel so much better about my total, because that alone is 60K just to pay my bills and mortgage a year. So when my total was 69K, that means that I only spent about $9,000 on things that I didn't need to. That could include travel, going out to eat, frivolous spending, clothes, whatever. But that made me feel so much better about that number, because it shows how careful I really was, and most of my income went directly to important things, but a very small percentage of that went elsewhere. Like if $60,000 out of $69,000 went where it was supposed to go, and I only had $9,000 left of that spending that went elsewhere that wasn't necessary, that made me feel really good. Okay, I feel better about that number now. It's just such a big number off the bat. You're like, it can be overwhelming, but now that I broke it down and figured that out, it makes a lot of sense. It's 3 in the morning and I'm just getting ready for bed. This is my new nighttime routine, and it's not by choice. This is just how much I have had to do lately. So tonight I was editing the 2022 montage 2023 goals and resolutions video that just went up a few weeks ago for you, I guess. I was editing that today. I finished it, and then at 6:30 my family came to pick me up because we celebrated my dad's birthday tonight, so we went out to eat, which was really nice. They came over afterwards for a little bit, so I got a clip of my brother playing one of his compositions. He wrote that. Literally, my brother is a musical genius, and he is so great at like perfect pitch and never like reading music, just doing it. So that is something he wrote just like that, and he was playing it for us. And then after they left, I finished editing the 2023 resolution video. I edited my budget journal video that went up. I did laundry. What? Oh, you're being so cute. I folded laundry. These are some outfits I want to bring to New York, but I'm covering them because otherwise the cats will lay on it and get cat hair all over it, but I need to figure out what I'm packing tomorrow. I folded a ton of laundry and I'm starting to figure out what I even need to pack. I literally just have tomorrow to pack because I go to Ashton's tomorrow night and then we get on a plane. So that is my explanation as to how it is 3:14 in the morning, because I was editing, and prepping, getting a ton of work done. I have been going to bed at 3 a.m., 3:30 the last like week and getting up at 8. At this point, I'm just gonna sleep on the plane, but I'm gonna get ready for bed. I also don't even know if I have travel size items of things that I need for the trip, like contact solution, conditioner, hairspray. So I'll probably have to stop at Target tomorrow too. Does anybody else get really stressed like the day before a trip because there's so much you have to make sure is done? Not even just packing, but like in terms of leaving work behind and making sure everything's in order, making sure the house is clean, because I have a handful of people coming in to check on the cats while I'm away. I want to paint my nails, my toenails. I need to water all of my plants as well because I'm going to be gone for over a week. And I'm just worried I'm going to forget to do something and then freak out in New York about like not watering my plants, or it wouldn't be the end of the world if I forgot to paint my nails, but I know that it would make me kind of upset. I'm hoping to try to edit and schedule 2 videos tomorrow, which is so ambitious. I'm gonna do it, but I don't think I can, but I'm gonna do it so that they'll go up while I'm away in New York. But that can soak up days, like editing. So I'm gonna try to power through that quickly. I need to completely pack. Also pack an overnight bag for Ashton's the night before, but I might have to stop at Target on a Saturday, which is not ideal, to get travel size items because I don't think I have enough. And then I need to clean the house and do a lot of housekeeping, upkeep stuff, like clean the litter box, water all the plants. I want to paint my nails and my toenails and prep the house for when I'm away. So I'm kind of stressed. I'm really stressed. Well, now that it is 3:28 in the morning, I am finally ready for bed, and I have an alarm set at 9 a.m., so less than 6 hours, but it'll be worth it. I'm gonna feel so much better once everything is just done, and I'm gonna be so stress-free. I also ambitiously made plans to meet a new friend tomorrow night for drinks before I go to Ashton's, which gives me less time. I really don't want to have to reschedule, but I know that she would probably understand if I just told her that I'm getting on a flight in the morning. I needed time to pack, but we met through TikTok, so I hope it works out. I just wanted to end the vlog here, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this type of content, and definitely follow me on Instagram to see New York content. I'm really excited. I haven't been to New York in like 5 years, so it'll be super fun. I really need to go to bed. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye!